Welcome, everyone, to our advanced workshop on prompt engineering, specifically designed for product professionals and developers. I'm thrilled to guide you through this deep dive into the art and science of communicating effectively with AI systems. Today, we're going beyond the basics. We'll explore advanced techniques that will empower you to craft prompts that are not only clear and effective, but also strategically aligned with your goals. Whether you're building AI-powered products, integrating AI into your workflows, or simply looking to get more accurate and useful responses from AI tools, this session is for you. By the end of our time together, you'll have a robust toolkit of strategies to enhance your interactions with AI, making your prompts more persuasive, your outputs more reliable, and your overall experience more productive. So, let's get started and unlock the full potential of AI through the power of prompt engineering. Now, let's dive into one of the most powerful techniques in advanced prompt engineering, chain of thought prompting, or COT for short. This method is all about guiding the AI to reason step by step, rather than jumping straight to an answer. When we present a complex problem, especially one that requires multiple steps to solve, simply asking for the final answer often leads to incomplete or incorrect results. But when we explicitly ask the AI to think step by step, we unlock its ability to reason more like a human would. Here's how it works. First, you present the AI with a challenging task that requires multi-step reasoning. Then, you prompt it to explain its reasoning process before arriving at a conclusion. This allows you to examine the intermediate steps, check for logic and accuracy, and validate that the final answer aligns with the reasoning path. This approach not only improves the reliability of the AI's output, but also gives you greater transparency into how the answer was derived. It's especially useful in domains like product strategy, data analysis, and technical problem solving, where understanding the why behind a decision is just as important as the decision itself. So, as we move forward, keep this technique in mind. It's a foundational skill that will elevate the quality of your AI interactions significantly. Let's now look at how chain of thought prompting works in practice with a simple example. Imagine you're asking an AI to solve a basic math problem. If John has 5 apples and gives 2 to Mary, how many does he have left? A basic prompt might just ask the question directly. The AI would likely respond with the correct answer, 3, but it wouldn't show how it got there. Now, let's apply the chain of thought approach. Instead of just asking for the answer, we say, solve this math problem step by step. If John has 5 apples and gives 2 to Mary, how many does he have left? This small change encourages the AI to break down the problem logically. It might respond, John starts with 5 apples. He gives 2 to Mary. That leaves him with 3 apples. This step-by-step reasoning not only confirms the answer, but also builds trust in the process. This technique becomes even more powerful with complex problems like product prioritization, customer segmentation, or technical troubleshooting, where the path to the answer is just as important as the answer itself. By prompting the AI to think out loud, you gain visibility into its logic, which helps you verify accuracy, catch errors, and even learn from the process. So remember, when in doubt, ask the AI to think step by step. It's a simple yet transformative way to improve the quality and reliability of your AI outputs. To truly master prompt engineering, it's essential to understand the difference between system prompts and user prompts, and how they work together to shape AI behavior. Let's start with system prompts. These are the behind-the-scenes instructions that define the AI's behavior, tone, and capabilities. Think of them as the rulebook or operating manual for the AI. They establish constraints, set expectations, and often include ethical boundaries. For example, a system prompt might tell the AI to behave like a professional data analyst, avoid certain topics, or format responses in a specific way. These prompts are typically invisible to the end user, but they play a critical role in shaping how the AI responds. On the other hand, user prompts are the direct inputs we give the AI, our questions, commands, or requests. These prompts operate within the framework established by the system prompt. They can vary widely depending on the task at hand and are often iterative, evolving through conversation as we refine our needs or clarify our goals. The magic happens when these two types of prompts work in harmony. The system prompt sets the boundaries and tone, while the user prompt drives the specific interaction. Together, they enable a more effective, reliable, and context-aware AI experience. Understanding this dynamic is key to crafting prompts that not only get the job done, but do so in a way that's aligned with your brand, your goals, and your users' expectations. Now that we understand the role of system prompts, let's talk about how to craft them effectively. A well-designed system prompt is like setting the stage for a performance. It defines the environment, the character, and the expectations for how the AI should behave. First, you need to define boundaries. This means clearly stating what the AI should and shouldn't do. For example, you might restrict it from offering legal advice or engaging in speculative content. These boundaries help ensure the AI stays on track and aligned with your goals. Next, set the persona. This is where you determine the AI's tone, expertise level, and character. Should it sound like a friendly coach, a technical expert, or a formal consultant? The persona shapes the voice and authority of the AI's responses. Then, specify the output format. If you want bullet points, a numbered list, a paragraph summary, or even code snippets, say so. The more precise you are, the more likely you'll get exactly what you need. Finally, provide context. This includes any relevant background information, data sources, or knowledge bases the AI should consider. Context is what transforms a generic response into a tailored, high-value output. When you combine all these elements, boundaries, persona, format, and context, you create a system prompt that sets the AI up for success. It becomes a reliable, consistent, and brand-aligned assistant that delivers high-quality results every time. Let's bring everything we've discussed about system prompts to life with a concrete example. Imagine you're building an AI assistant to help developers debug Python code. A strong system prompt might look like this. You are an expert Python programmer helping developers debug their code. You should 1. First identify the bug without fixing it. 2. Explain why the bug occurs. 3. Provide a working solution with comments. And 4. Follow PEP 8 standards in your response. Do not help with malicious code or exploits. This prompt does several things exceptionally well. First, it defines a clear role, an expert Python programmer. It outlines a step-by-step process the AI should follow, ensuring consistency and clarity in its responses. It also sets ethical boundaries, explicitly stating that the AI should not assist with malicious code. And finally, it specifies a formatting standard, PEP 8, which ensures the output is clean, readable, and professional. By setting these expectations up front, we create a specialized assistant that's not only helpful, but also trustworthy and aligned with best practices. This is the power of a well-crafted system prompt. It transforms a general-purpose AI into a focused, reliable partner tailored to your specific needs. So, whether you're building tools for developers, marketers, or analysts, remember, the more clearly you define the AI's role and responsibilities, the better the results you'll get. Now, let's shift our focus to the other half of the equation, user prompts. While system prompts set the stage, user prompts are the actual dialogue. They're how we interact with the AI in real time, and optimizing them is key to getting high-quality results. First and foremost, be specific. The more detail you provide, the better the AI can understand your intent. Include relevant constraints, desired outcomes, and any contextual information that might influence the response. Next, structure your prompt logically. Especially for complex tasks, break your request into clear, sequential steps. This helps the AI follow your reasoning and respond in a way that mirrors your thought process. Another powerful technique is to provide examples. If you want the AI to write in a certain tone, format, or style, show it what you mean. Examples act as a blueprint, guiding the AI toward your expectations. And finally, iterate and refine. Don't expect perfection on the first try. Use the AI's responses as a starting point, then build on them. Ask follow-up questions, clarify your needs, and adjust your prompts based on what works and what doesn't. Think of prompt engineering as a conversation, not a command. The more thoughtfully you engage, the more value you'll extract from your AI tools. As you become more advanced in your prompt engineering journey, one of the most effective ways to scale your success is by using prompt templates tailored to specific task types. These templates act as reusable blueprints, helping you quickly generate high-quality prompts for a wide range of use cases. Let's break this down by category. For content creation, your prompt should specify the tone, audience, length, format, and key points. For example, if you're writing a product announcement, you might ask the AI to write in a professional yet enthusiastic tone aimed at tech-savvy users with a clear call to action. When it comes to code generation, define the programming language, any constraints or performance requirements, and edge cases the code should handle. This ensures the AI delivers functional, efficient, and context-aware code. For data analysis, include the data source, the type of analysis you want, like trend detection or anomaly identification, and any visualization needs. This helps the AI understand both the technical and business context of your request. And in conversational scenarios, set the persona, knowledge boundaries, and response length. Whether you're building a chatbot or simulating a customer support agent, these parameters help the AI stay consistent and on-brand. Prompt templates save time, reduce errors, and ensure consistency across your projects. They're especially valuable for teams, enabling shared standards and faster onboarding. Think of them as your AI playbook, ready to deploy whenever you need to tackle a new challenge. As we continue to refine our prompt engineering skills, it's important to recognize that not all AI systems are created equal. Different models have different strengths, limitations, and optimal prompting strategies. To get the best results, you need to tailor your prompts to the specific type of AI you're working with. Let's start with GPT-4. This model excels at complex reasoning, handling nuanced instructions, and maintaining context over long conversations. It's ideal for tasks that require depth, creativity, or multi-step logic. With GPT-4, you can afford to be more detailed and exploratory in your prompts. In contrast, smaller language models are better suited for simpler, more direct tasks. They perform best when given clear, concise instructions with minimal context. Overloading them with complexity can lead to confusion or irrelevant outputs. Then we have code-specialized models, which are optimized for programming tasks. These models thrive on technical precision. They need explicit requirements, well-defined inputs and outputs, and often benefit from test cases or examples to guide their logic. And finally, image generators. These models require a completely different prompting style. You'll want to use detailed visual descriptions, specify artistic styles, and guide composition elements like lighting, perspective, or color palette. The key takeaway here is this: know your model. Understand what it's good at, what it struggles with, and how to speak its language. By aligning your prompt strategy with the model's capabilities, you'll dramatically improve the quality and relevance of your AI outputs. Now that we've covered how different AI systems require different approaches, let's take it a step further and talk about how to strategically tailor your prompts to each model's unique characteristics. The first step is to identify the model's strengths. Do your research. Understand what the model is designed to do well and where it might struggle. For example, GPT-4 is excellent at handling abstract reasoning and long-form content, while smaller models might be faster but less capable with nuance. You can also test the model with sample prompts to establish a performance baseline. Next, tailor the complexity of your prompts to match the model's capacity. For advanced models, you can use layered instructions, embedded context, and more sophisticated logic. But for smaller or more specialized models, keep it simple. Break tasks into smaller chunks and avoid overloading the prompt with too much information at once. Another critical factor is token optimization. Every model has a context window, a limit to how much text it can process at once. With limited context models, you need to be concise. Strip out unnecessary words and focus on clarity. For more capable models, you can afford to be more expansive, but even then, structure matters. Use formatting, bullet points, and logical flow to help the AI parse your intent. Ultimately, the goal is to play to the model's strengths. When you align your prompt strategy with the model's design, you unlock its full potential, whether you're generating content, writing code, analyzing data, or creating visuals. As your use of AI becomes more sophisticated, one of the most valuable assets you can develop is a prompt library. Think of it as your internal knowledge base, a curated collection of high-performing prompts that you and your team can reuse, refine, and scale across projects. Start by categorizing your prompts. Organize them by function, such as content creation, data analysis, or customer support, or by project or use case. This makes it easy to find the right prompt when you need it and ensures consistency across similar tasks. Next, document performance. Track how well each prompt performs. Did it generate accurate results? Was the tone appropriate? Did it meet the business objective? This feedback loop is essential for continuous improvement. Then, share your prompt library with your team. Establishing prompt standards across your organization not only boosts efficiency, but also ensures that everyone is working from the same playbook. It reduces duplication of effort and helps new team members ramp up faster. A well-maintained prompt library becomes a strategic asset. It saves time, improves quality, and helps you scale your AI capabilities with confidence. Whether you're a solo product manager or part of a large team, investing in this kind of infrastructure will pay dividends as AI becomes more deeply integrated into your workflows. Now it's time to put theory into practice. In this workshop, we'll walk through how to create your own prompt library, a foundational tool for scaling your AI capabilities across teams and projects. The workshop itself will be in the next lesson. On this slide, we will just introduce the topic. We'll begin by standardizing the format of your prompts. This means creating a consistent template structure that includes fields like task type, tone, audience, and expected output format. A standardized format ensures clarity and makes it easier for others to understand and reuse your prompts. Next, we'll add metadata. This includes the purpose of the prompt, the recommended AI model to use, and performance notes based on testing. Metadata transforms your prompt from a one-off instruction into a documented asset that can be evaluated and improved over time. We'll also implement version control. Just like with code, prompts evolve. You'll want to track changes, note what was improved, and understand how different versions perform. This helps you iterate with intention and avoid repeating past mistakes. Finally, we'll make your prompt library searchable. By tagging prompts with relevant keywords like marketing, debugging, or customer support, you make it easy to retrieve the right prompt when you need it. By the end of this workshop, you'll have the tools to build a prompt library that's not only organized and efficient, but also a powerful enabler of collaboration and innovation across your organization. As we near the end of our session, let's talk about what separates good prompt engineering from great prompt engineering, best practices that ensure your prompts consistently deliver high-quality results. First, embrace continuous testing. Don't assume a prompt that worked once will always work. Regularly evaluate your prompts across different scenarios and use cases. This helps you identify patterns, what works, what doesn't, and where improvements are needed. Next, focus on iterative refinement. Prompt engineering is not a one-and-done process. It's about making small, thoughtful adjustments based on feedback and performance. Maybe you need to clarify your instructions, add more context, or simplify the structure. Each iteration brings you closer to optimal performance. And finally, adopt a data-driven mindset. Use performance metrics to guide your development process. Track things like response accuracy, relevance, tone alignment, and user satisfaction. These insights help you measure progress and justify the value of your prompt engineering efforts. The most successful AI practitioners treat prompt engineering as a craft, one that evolves through experimentation, learning, and continuous improvement. By applying these best practices, you'll not only get better results from your AI systems, but you'll also build a more scalable, repeatable, and strategic approach to working with AI. Even the most experienced prompt engineers can fall into common traps. Let's take a moment to highlight 4 of the most frequent pitfalls and how to avoid them. First is ambiguity. When your instructions are vague or open to interpretation, the AI is forced to guess what you mean. This often leads to inconsistent or irrelevant results. Always aim for clarity. Be explicit about what you want, how you want it, and why it matters. Second, beware of over-engineering. It's tempting to pack a prompt with every possible detail, but overly complex instructions can confuse the AI. Instead, focus on simplicity and structure. Break complex tasks into smaller, manageable parts. Third is neglecting context. AI models don't know what you know unless you tell them. If you leave out key background information, the AI may generate responses that are technically correct but contextually off. Always provide the necessary context to ground the AI's understanding. And finally, ignoring constraints like token limits or model capabilities can lead to truncated outputs or errors. Know the technical boundaries of the model you're using and design your prompts accordingly. Avoiding these pitfalls will dramatically improve the quality, consistency, and reliability of your AI interactions. It's not just about writing better prompts, it's about thinking more strategically about how you communicate with AI. As we wrap up this session, let's talk about how you can continue growing your skills and making prompt engineering a core part of your professional toolkit. First, practice regularly. Like any skill, prompt engineering improves with consistent use. Make it a habit to test and refine prompts daily. Try different models, experiment with new formats, and challenge yourself with diverse tasks. The more you practice, the more intuitive and effective your prompting will become. Second, share your knowledge. Join communities, contribute to discussions, and exchange ideas with peers. Prompt engineering is still an emerging field, and there's so much we can learn from each other. Sharing your successes and your failures helps everyone grow. Third, measure your results. Don't just rely on gut feeling. Track how your prompts perform. Are they saving time? Improving accuracy? Enhancing user experience? Quantifying these outcomes helps you demonstrate the value of prompt engineering to your team and organization. Ultimately, prompt engineering isn't just about getting better responses from AI. It's about becoming a more strategic, efficient, and innovative professional. By continuing to learn, collaborate, and measure your impact, you'll stay ahead of the curve in a world where AI is rapidly reshaping how we build and deliver products. Thank you for being part of this journey, and here's to your continued success in mastering the art of AI communication.